channel in the guitar ladder system. This is a rare J Marcario made in France, all solid wood nylon string guitar. This thing's supernatural, I swear. I really don't want to sell it. This was my personal guitar for years. This was my personal guitar for years. It just has a tremendous ring to it. And it's all solid wood, rosewood back and sides. I think it's got a cedar top, and it's got a really nice featherweight bag. Recently I had somebody make me an offer on this, but I don't think the person that made me the offer realized how rare this is. I have the only one in the world like this for sale. And I've had nylon strings worth thousands that don't even sound as good as this. When you play this guitar with some technique, the volume is unbelievable. I've had roommates say, "Turn your PA down," when it doesn't have a PA that goes with it. It's not electric or anything. And it makes this explosion. I've never heard it in any other guitar. It makes at times kind of an explosion of sound, almost like breaking the sound barrier. This is really a lot of guitar for the money. I'll sell it for $1,700. I don't want to negotiate. I don't want to take less. Yes, you have to pay shipping. And I just, I got to make a little bit of profit on it. And it's so rare. I mean, to find an all solid wood guitar for this kind of money. And, these are old strings too, so. But hopefully you can hear that. It's just got tremendous tone to it, man. And the case is kind of a featherweight case, really solid. I wouldn't even call it a gig bag. It's a featherweight case. It's a light case, really high quality. But I think I mentioned in my other video about this guitar that I was looking for another one because I was so impressed with this guitar. And I found one at a music store in Nashville, Tennessee. But they also they had a lot of good customers, and they loaned this guitar to somebody who was a great customer that was going into the studio, and the guy used it in the recording studio for his CD. I was so impressed with the guitar that he bought it. This is a concert guitar. Just tremendous voice. I don't think I've ever heard a guitar that gets as loud as this guitar, but it's not so much the loud quality of the guitar as it kind of creates a wave, like a reverb wave, and it makes this like kind of a really hard to explain, kind of like this explosion of sound at certain points in what you're doing. the most beautiful reverb. But yeah, somebody recently made me an offer on this guitar, and I kind of countered with what I felt was a really reasonable offer. But then he asked for another discount on shipping. I don't get free shipping, you know. Kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I really don't want to argue about this guitar. I don't have to sell it. I'm not hurting for money to sell it, you know. I just don't play it much, and it really is very difficult for me to sell this guitar because I love it so much. And it just sounds incredible, man. Anyway, it's just got a beautiful tone. I'll sell it for $17 with the featherweight. Yes, you have to pay some shipping. Really prefer to be paid by wire transfer. Really don't want to sell this guitar because I love it so much, but I'm just not playing it much. But I'll tell you, man, if I fall back in love with it again, I'm just going to keep it. So if you're interested, you know, hit me up soon while I'm willing to let it go. And that's not cute sales bullshit. I really love this guitar. It's one I'm 71. I've owned a lot of guitars, and I'm not so much trying to show off here as if I'm just trying to show the tone of the guitar. Not really warmed up enough to do my crazy shit, but yeah, this guitar has bloom. It's got that bloom, and like I said, it sounds like you're playing on a wave of sound, a reverb wave of sound. And then when you play certain things, this guitar actually explodes. It kind of boom! It kind of explodes with it sounds like a breaking wave of sound. It's really hard to explain. But this is a concert guitar. This is a hell of a guitar. It's a lot of guitar for $1,700. Like I said, I really don't want to sell it. But if it goes to a good home or somebody really connects with this guitar and feels good about it, doesn't try to beat me up, you know, on the price and the shipping, which is why the last guy didn't get it, because I offered him a really more than reasonable price. I was trying to be cool, but then he asked for me to split shipping, and I don't, you know, people need to understand when you're negotiating to buy a really rare guitar, a super high quality instrument. You know, it's not the wisest thing to grind away like you're at a garage sale or a swap meet or something, you know. This guitar is inspirational, I'll tell you. Anyway, hell of a guitar. Really not crazy about selling it. But if you connect with this guitar, and you don't beat me up, I'll sell it to you. And I'm not trying to sound arrogant. I'm just being damn honest here. Really, getting the best price on a great guitar is not the end all of buying a great guitar. And I've actually made money buying stuff where I'm paid more because I just recognize, kind of like speculation, I recognize the high quality and rareness. I've said this a million freaking times, guys and gals, the rare guitars are few and far between. A great guitar is not an easy thing to find. Most of them are kind of blah. So when you find something special, especially for only $1,700 plus shipping, you should grab it if it resonates with you. I'm in a flamenco tuning. That's not why the guitar sounds good, so don't send me an email or a message saying it just sounds good because it's a tuning. Bullshit. It's a great, great guitar. Yeah, this is a very personal business to me, you know what I mean? It makes me happy to help people get great instruments. I need to make a little profit, so what? I mean, I probably lose money if you really to figure all this out, all the time I put into this and all the money I spend buying instruments and everything else, But if I'm not playing a guitar, then I let it go. But this is really a hard one to let go, and that's not cute, salesmanship. Because it was my personal guitar years. Yeah, this is a hell of a box. Don't want to argue price. Don't want to argue shipping. If somebody, if you can afford $1,700 and you want a world-class concert level guitar that sounds like it's going through a PA with tubes in it or something, I'll sell it to you, but be nice. Yeah, this is a hell of a box. Anyway, J Marcario, made in France, has a really sturdy featherweight case. It's got two different types of tuners on it because one of them one went bad, so it's kind of a black and white thing. Reminds me of a Michael Jackson song. Anyway, yeah, this is an unbelievable guitar. It just I've had Ramirez 1As. I've had all kinds of nylon strings, but I've never had anything that has this much sound. If you're interested, text me 714-548-0385 or email stevezook7@yahoo.com. That's STEVEZOOK, the number 7, not spelled out, at yahoo.com. Don't want to argue price. Don't make me an offer. If you can't afford $1,700, please leave me the hell alone. I'm not trying to sound too blunt, but I just, this guy the other day that made me an offer on it and then tried to grind on me more about shipping. and I guess he really wanted a guitar. And I'm not getting off on all that, but you know, you got to understand when you're trying to buy a really rare guitar. I have the only one like this in the world for sale right now, by the way. But when you're trying to buy a great guitar, nickel and diamond ain't the best approach. And we all like to get a great price on a guitar, but I'll tell you, a great guitar is a rare thing. A great musical instrument is a rare thing. The great guitars are few and far between. I've said it a million freaking times. It's true. Great guitars are not easy to find. So when you find a great guitar, you don't want to argue about, you know, $300-400 either way. It doesn't make any sense, because you're going to come out great in the long run anyway if you keep it. Because if you ever want to sell it, somebody's going to play it and go, hell yeah, I have to have it. You know? All right, folks, all solid wood, J Marcario, made in France. This guitar is supernatural. I know that sounds really corny, but I'm not kidding. You play this guitar, you know, and it starts to just this wave of sound that even kind of explodes, almost like a breaking wave of sound at times. It's incredible. I mean, I'm 71. I've been playing guitar since I was 7 or 8. I've been buying and selling and collecting guitars since about 22, 23, maybe even earlier. And I've had a lot of guitars come through my ears and hands. This one's very special. Anyway, you can text me 714-548-0385 or email steve67@yahoo.com. I've got it on reverb too, but if you see it on Pokesoo, I'd rather you just deal directly with me. I prefer to do wire transfers. It's easy to do. I just give you the information. You just give it to your bank. They might charge you, you know, $20-25 for the wire transfer. My suggestion: don't overthink it. You know, don't. I always tell people, don't shop for a guitar just with your wallet. We all like to get a good price, but when it comes to a really rare, high quality, especially all solid wood guitar, it doesn't make sense to nickel and dime. You know what I mean? So anyway, I rest my case.